Hi viewers, welcome to my channel. This is Sridhar Reddy, Assistant Professor of Physics from Government Degree College for Women, Nalgonda. Welcome to my channel Sri Quantum Academy. Today's our topic is Electrostatics Part 2. Before going to watch my video, please subscribe my YouTube channel for latest updates. In my previous video, we have discussed about Electrostatics Part 1. In that, we have discussed about brief history of static electricity and what is electric charge, how many types of charges are there, what are their properties, and we have discussed about Coulomb's inverse square law, and we solved some problems related to Coulomb's inverse square law. Now today I am going to discuss with you Electrostatics Part 2. In this talk I will discuss about what is electric field, what is electric field intensity, and electric lines of force and electric flux. First one, what is electric field? To understand the concept of electric field, I will explain you a very simple example which everyone will experience at our home. Let us suppose A and B are two persons fighting each other. Let A is stronger than B, so obviously B will be more affected because of this fighting. B is crying and he is telling, "Hey, come to my area, I will show what I am." Isn't it? Okay, then what A said? Okay, I will come. What you will see, I will see. Then next day, A went to B home. Since it is the area of B, now B gathered all his friends and now he started beating A. Of course, now A is affected instead of B. In this example, A is entered into the area of B in which B influence is there. Right? As long as B moves away from his area, his influence slowly reduces. This is what happened. Generally, people used to call it's my local. What is your local? It is the area in which your influence is there, right? Similarly, electric field means it is the area or region surrounded by a charge in which another charge experiences a force. Electric field is the region or the area surrounded by a charge in which another test charge experiences a force. Let us suppose there is a charge Q which is placed at this point. Now another charge Q0 is approaching this Q. When Q0 enters into the field of Q, Q0 experiences a force because of Q. Let us suppose Q is plus and Q0 is also plus. Now when Q0 approaching plus Q, it experiences a repulsive force. Now as long as it moves towards the plus Q, the force of repulsion increases and it starts moving away from the Q. Let us suppose if my charge Q is negative and Q0 is positive, now when Q0 enters into the field of minus Q, now this force is attractive. Now Q0 moves faster in the field along the direction. For sign convention, test charge is always taken as unit positive charge. You can take negative charge also, you will get same force, but for uniformity, generally people used to take positive charge as a test charge. The force experienced by the test positive charge is not equal at all points in the electric field. Let us suppose if my Q0 is at this point, now the force experienced by Q0 is Fa. Now if I move my Q0 to point B, the force experienced by this test charge is Fb. Here Fa and Fb are not equal. As long as you move away from the charge, the influence is reduces. Similarly, the force experienced by the test charge which is entering into the electric field varies from point to point. So finally, what is electric field? It is the region surrounded by a charge in which other charges experiences a force. In proper way, it is the region or area surrounded by a charge in which unit test positive charge experiences a force. Next, how to find the force experienced by the test charge? See here, let us suppose Q is my charge and this is my electric field surrounded by Q. Another charge Q0 is entering into the electric field of Q. Q0 experiences a force. Now how to find that force? The strength or the magnitude of force acting on a unit test charge in electric field is calculated with help of electric field intensity. Electric field intensity is the amount of force experienced by unit test positive charge when it is placed in electric field. Simply, electric field intensity is the force experienced by the charge in electric field. So, simple definition is the force acting per unit charge. Electric field intensity is denoted with E. From basic definition, electric field intensity E is equal to F by Q0. Q0 is unit test positive charge. The force per unit charge. Units for electric field intensity are newtons per coulomb. F is newtons, Q0 is coulomb, newtons for coulomb. Now, how to calculate the formula for electric field intensity? Let us suppose Q is a charge which is placed at a point and this is the electric field region surrounded by this Q. Another test charge Q0 which is at a distance r from the Q. From Coulomb's inverse square law, the force acting between these two charges is given by F is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 by R square. Here charge Q1 is Q and Q2 is Q0. If I replace Q and Q0, then I will get F is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q0 by R square. But from basic definition, electric field intensity E is equal to force per unit charge F by Q0. Just substitute this value. Now E is equal to F by Q0. But what is F? 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q0 by R square by Q0. Q0 get cancelled. Then what I will get? E is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by R square. This is the electric field intensity at a distance R from the charge Q. Next, electric lines of force. Electric lines of force are imaginary lines or path along which a unit test charge can move freely. I repeat, electric lines of force are imaginary lines or path in which a unit positive charge can move freely. That means it is the path along which unit positive charge can move freely. It's simply imaginary line. To understand this one, see here, this is my positive charge. Now I want to draw electric lines of force for this positive charge. What is electric lines of force? A line along which unit test positive charge can move. Now this is my test positive charge. If I put this charge here, then what happens? Because of the repulsion between plus and plus, this unit test charge moves away from the positive charge in this direction. Now this is my electric line of force. If my unit test charge is here, now because of the repulsion, now it moves in this direction. Similarly, all these are the lines along which unit test positive charge can move freely. All these lines are called electric lines of force. Similarly, this is my negative charge, and if I bring a unit test positive charge near to this negative charge, what happens? Because of the attraction between minus and plus, test charge moves towards the negative. That means along this direction. Now this is my electric line of force for negative charge. Similarly, all unit test positive charges moves towards the center of the negative charge. So if I draw electric lines of force for a negative charge, they are like this. The electric lines of force of positive charge are always outward from the center. The direction of electric line of force is away from the center of the positive charge, because unit test positive charge moves away from the positive charge because of the repulsion. That's why direction is always outward from the center. For a negative charge, the electric lines of force always towards the center, radially towards the center of the negative charge, because unit test positive charge always moves towards the center of negative charge because of the attraction between plus and minus. That's why electric lines of force direction for a negative charge is towards the center. For a positive charge, away from the center. These are the electric lines of force of a positive charge and negative charge. The electric lines of force indicates the direction along which force acting on the unit test positive charge. That means it simply indicates the direction of force acting on charge. Electric lines of force indicates electric field direction also. If you draw a tangent at any point on the electric line of force, it gives you the direction of electric field. These are the electric lines of force of two positive charges kept side by side like this. From this it is clear that electric lines of force are moving away from each other. That means they have a tendency to separate from each other because of the repulsion between plus and plus. These are the electric lines of force of a positive and negative charges kept side by side. If you see here, electric lines of force are bending and they are coming close to each other because of the attraction between plus and minus. So electric lines of force have a tendency to contract each other because of the attraction. So electric lines of force is an imaginary line or path along which a free unit positive charge can move. They indicates the path along which force acting on the charge. The tangent drawn to any point on this line gives the direction of force or the direction of electric field. No two lines of force intersect each other. If they intersect, at the point of intersection, electric field have two directions at that point, which is not possible. So electric lines of force never intersect. The lines of force have a tendency to contract in length because of the attraction, and the lines of force have a tendency to separate from each other because of the repulsion. Each unit positive charge gives us 1 by epsilon naught lines per unit area in free space. I repeat, each unit positive charge, that means 1 coulomb charge, gives us 1 by epsilon naught lines per unit area in free space. Let us suppose if I have a charge Q, then total number of lines gives us Q by epsilon naught. The electric field intensity also defined as the number of lines of force passing through unit surface area normally. That means electric field intensity can also define using electric lines of force. The number of lines of force passing through unit surface area normally is defined as electric field intensity. Electric field intensity is proportional to the number of lines of force. If the number of lines of force passing from given area is more, that indicates the electric field is stronger. If the number of lines of force passing through given area is less, that indicates electric field is weaker. Electric lines of force are perpendicular to the equipotential surfaces. What is equipotential surface? I will tell you in next video. Next, what is electric flux? See here, these are the electric lines of force of a positive charge. Now I am taking 3 points A, B, C. Now see here, this is a small area which I am considering. The number of lines of force passing through this area, you can calculate there. Only 2 lines of force are passing from that area. Now come to point B. Same area, if I consider at point B, then how many lines of force are passing? 3 lines of force passing through given area. If you observe same situation at point C, same area, but the number of lines of force passing is 6. That means the number of lines of force passing through given area is different at different points. This is indicated with electric flux. Electric flux means the number of lines of force passing through given surface area normal to the direction of electric field. I repeat, the number of lines of force passing through given surface area normal to the direction of electric field. It indicates the strength of the electric field. In mathematically, the scalar product of electric field intensity E and surface area A is defined as electric flux. It is denoted with phi. Phi is equal to E dot A, scalar product of electric field intensity and area. Phi is equal to E dot A. Let us suppose if I take small area ds and my electric field intensity is E, then my d phi is equal to E dot ds. Here d phi is small electric flux. Since here it is dot product, to remove dot product I have to use cos theta. So d phi is equal to E ds cos theta. This is the electric flux passing through small area ds. To get total electric flux, I have to integrate both sides. If I integrate both sides, integration d phi is equal to integration E ds cos theta. Integration derivation cancel, then I will get phi is equal to integral E ds cos theta. Here theta is the angle between electric field intensity and surface normal. Electric flux is measured in units Webers. From electric flux, we can also define electric field intensity as phi is equal to E dot A. From that, E is equal to phi by A. That means electric field intensity also defined as the number of electric lines of force passing per unit area perpendicular to the direction.